Hello, everyone, and welcome to another XTIVIA Live session, Liferay DXP Solutions and Services Overview, presented by Gryn. My name is Alex Killian, and I'm the video editor and digital media specialist here on XTIVIA's marketing team. Before we dive into our live session this morning, I want to tell you just a little bit about our company. XTIVIA was established in 1992, and since then we've grown to more than 350 employees worldwide. XTIVIA's success stems from a demonstrated ability to deliver deep expertise via professional services, empowering clients to leverage their chosen technology successfully. XTIVIA has offices in Colorado, New York, New Jersey, Missouri, Texas, and Virginia. Our service areas include mobile app development, BIDW, CRM, ERP, data management, web portal, digital experience design, and EIM services and solutions. And all of the links referenced in this live session will be available in the description box below. So please check out all of our links that we'll be referencing today. And today we'll be hearing from Gryn, Senior Vice President of Sales for XTIVIA. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
So we're gonna do kind of a Q&A talk back with today and find out just a little bit about Liferay DXP and what we can do to help your company. So our first question for is, what is your description of a DXP?
That's a very good question. First of all, to just understand what a DXP is, let's just define what DXP stands for. It refers to a digital experience platform. And, the way I just describe it very simply is, this is a web system or a platform that is basically built in order to deliver a unified user experience across omni-channels, right? So if you look at a simple way to describe it, it's a platform for delivering unified user experiences across multiple channels. And specifically, we're talking about desktop view, tablet view, mobile views, and more these days, connected devices, the whole world of IoT, where anything is connected to the internet. And we want to gather that data and use that data as part of our solution.
All right.
So I would mention one other thing is, if you want to understand what a DXP is, you have to understand where it comes from, what the background of it is. So when looking at a DXP, you have to understand that this is a new terminology that came out several years ago between Gartner and Forrester. A lot of action in the marketplace around terminology for what is going to be the culmination of web content management systems, portal technologies, and commerce engines. So the background is there's either a sort of web content management centric approach of a product that came up that stack and basically became a DXP. There could be a e-commerce software that came up and became a DXP, and there could be a portal software that came up as and became a DXP. Liferay, which is one of the versions that we're talking about, came from a portal background. Other software have come from different backgrounds. So some of them started with web content management, moved into portal, added commerce. Some of them started with portal, went to, with web content management, went to portal. So they've come from different flavors. And at the end of the day, today they're all categorized under one main category. So Gartner, as many of you know, is one of the leading entities in the marketplace, analysts as they're called, that basically do a study on all topics in technology. And they have a beautiful report that they call the Magic Quadrant. And the report that they basically categorize is called the Digital Experience Platforms for 2018, Magic Quadrant. And as you can see in the slide here, this is a sampling on the right-hand side of the report that came out for the 2018 report. And as you can see, some of the leading vendors in that category amongst many products are IBM, WebSphere Portal, Adobe Experience Manager, and the rest of that suite, Sitecore, which has, again, multiple offerings, and then Liferay. And, the way Gartner describes this is basically a set of integrated technologies, and that basically deliver the ability to build websites, portals, mobile and other digital experiences. And I think the definition around integrated technologies is a good description, because what you'll see is that the platform, a DXP platform, has multiple functionalities that it solves within one particular platform. And that's one of the things that differentiates this from different kinds of tools to assist you in building, web, mobile type of applications.
So I guess with that, Liferay is the product we deal with most often with DXP. So do you want to tell us a little bit about Liferay?
Sure. So Liferay is one of the leaders in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for digital experience platforms. If you look at the 4 quadrants, it's in the upper right quadrant, which means it's considered top of the class. It sits alongside some very, very large and robust companies. One of the things that separates Liferay from a lot of those competitors is basically its ability to be agile, its open source background, which it comes from. Total cost of ownership is definitely something that Liferay does much better as far as licensing and the way their subscription model works. So from a overall competition perspective, Liferay has a better total cost of ownership, is very agile, and is very flexible. And at the end of the day, if you look at what customers does Liferay work with, you're talking about over, the number is somewhere over 1,500 customers. So they're dealing with, we have many customers in healthcare, in government, and insurance, across the board. And most organizations we work with are enterprise organizations. So you're looking at companies in the billions range all the way up to the Fortune 500.
Awesome. So that leads us to our second question for you, Nir. Why XTIVIA and Liferay? We know there's lots of partners that you can choose, but what separates us?
Sure. So first of all, our background in the whole digital experience space, so coming back to the original categories around portal technology and web content management technology, we've been doing this kind of work since 1999. So really dealing with multiple product suites over the years. So it's a very long-term track record in the space in general. Specifically with the Liferay product, since 2006, we've been working with the product. We started working with it in version 3.6, which was a community edition, meaning there was no product at the time. It was prior to Liferay actually selling Liferay Portal as a piece of software. So it was an open source project. We would leverage it working with customers. In fact, our first customer was one of my clients in New York, Deutsche Bank. So our first project was a strategy architecture governance project for over 3,000 architects for Deutsche Bank back in 2006. And since then, we have done literally over 200 different engagements for customers. It's probably more than that by now. We just stopped counting. Our experience in the Liferay space is really second to none in the US. We've won over 10 Liferay awards, including 4 North America Partner of the Year awards. We're the largest Liferay practice in the US. So we have, over, I'd say in total over 100 consultants that have hardcore Liferay experience. And as we say, Liferay DXP isn't just our specialty, it's our calling, right? We do this for a living. This is what we do every day. We work with, phenomenal organizations, starting off with one project, and we have customers that we've built, literally redeployed all their entire digital experience initiative, multi-year, digital initiative, transformation initiatives, doing multiple sites for them, from everything internal to customer facing and even public facing sites. So it's a platform that you can grow into with our help and really leverage it as a unified platform for all your multiple constituent and use cases across the enterprise.
So you definitely speak really highly of Liferay DXP. what would you say is your favorite feature or the best feature of Liferay DXP?
That's a great question, and it's a tough one. But frankly, if I look at it, it's not that it's any particular feature that's the absolute best feature. It's that if I'm looking to transform the way I do business, and I'm looking at my people, process, and tools, and I see that my tools are outdated, and I don't have what it takes to be agile and fast to market when it comes to reinventing a customer experience or an employee experience or a partner experience. These are experiences that companies are living and dying by today. Everybody's used to having a very new age experience through Facebook and Google and all these consumer brands. And people learn to expect this within the digital enterprise at work and when interacting with business to business. And the reality is that it's very difficult to achieve that. And what ends up happening is you could end up buying multiple products and multiple projects, and they sort of lop on top of each other, but never really solve the whole picture. What DXP does is allows you to have a unified platform that creates, this unified user experience we talked about, leveraging multiple backend systems across, different parts of the business, and allows you to really create one experience that leverages, web content management, audience targeting, so you can, ad hoc target audiences within your site if they come anonymously, role-based access control. If once you're logged in, giving access to the right people at the right time, within the environment, hooking into identity management, right? Providing single sign-on capabilities. Now we have some of the new features that have come out with Liferay DXP 7.1 is, Liferay's brought on digital commerce. So now we're talking about enabling full-scale digital commerce B2B. There's just the plethora of the tools that it brings into one is really what it takes, from my perspective, to build a project. Let's say if I have a roadmap for, a 2 to 3 year digital roadmap, well, we want to, let's say I'm a healthcare organization. I want to redo my member experience and my provider experience. And I want to do maybe my group experience change for group employers. Well, you know what? We're not going to do all these projects at the exact same time. And we also don't want to do all these projects on different platforms. You want to build internal know-how and knowledge and have sort of a legacy of successes on a platform and grow it out so that you can use that platform where it's flexible and agile enough to meet growing needs and needs as they pop up. When the business says, hey, we need to create a new experience for one of our constituents, and we really would like to get this up and running in 6 months, well, you already have the platform. You've got the experience. You have the partner. You can go and set up a new project very quickly, leverage all the work you've done, setting up Liferay with identity management and all these other features, and basically drop the new experience, create a new user experience, create, new web content management, maybe some new applications, but the frame of it has already been built. So it allows for a quicker time to market. And that's, I think, the benefit is the overall experience, the time to market, and the ability to leverage something that you learn and have experience with, so that you can very quickly meet the demands of the business, which are really changing very fast and are coming too quick for IT. And you want to empower, the business users to have ability to do business functions on the site and on the systems on their own, take IT out of the plumbing business, and have IT focus on, real value by creating new applications or upgrading applications and doing things to provide a more seamless experience for the users. And at the end of the day, I feel like, the best way to accomplish this is to leverage, especially building, web experiences that also translate to mobile, tablets, iPhones, etc. Basically, I feel from my experience, 20 years in the business, these types of platforms, and particularly Liferay and the way we work with Liferay, has really been highly successful for us and our customers. And we really find that the combination of Liferay's ability to reinvent itself and come out with new features. They just came out in 7.1 with commerce as well as analytics. So now we have a new level of analytics we could provide across the experience. So, they're doing a great job continually innovating with the product as the market changes. and we're alongside working with them, handling implementations, and doing a great job for our customers.
Wow. Awesome. So it sounds like Liferay does a whole lot, and I think you mentioned a few different possible use cases there. But what use cases does Liferay DXP solve?
Absolutely. So just to break it down to like the simple, on a constituent level or a site level, you'll typically see something like the majority of use cases are customer portals. Customer portals, or a modern customer experience, is a huge win across our customer base. Whether it's insurance companies, so we have a lot of property and casualty types of companies we work with. They are upgrading their experiences for their agents, their policy holders. So we're building new agent portals. We're building new policyholder portals. We're building new mobile applications that are run natively on iOS and on Android for policyholders. So enabling the customer to have quicker self-service functionality and really be able to streamline and remove the friction and make it seamless to work with their company that they're doing business with. So if you're getting car insurance from an auto insurance provider, being able to work with them and make changes to your policies and all that through a couple of clicks on your iPhone, and you're done. This is the kinds of experiences we're doing within Liferay and connecting into Liferay for customer portals. Partner portals, again, same kind of thing where many customers that we have, their partner ecosystem is mission critical to the way they do business. So we do business with Schneider Electric, which is a $40+ billion a year multinational out of France. We built their global extranet which is a partner portal for a very large division that they have. So all the entities that work with them throughout their ecosystem worldwide go to the site, log in, and get all the assets and content and information they need to do business with them. For example, intranets is another use case that organizations use. Taking care of your employees and making sure they have access to the right applications, the right content, the right assets at the right time to service your customers, to communicate within the organization. The larger you get, the more difficult it is to communicate with individuals. When you have 5 people in your company, you know everyone by name. When you have 10,000 or 100,000 or 1 million or more, it's impossible to know people. So you have to create environments that lend, through a single sign-on experience where you log in once, you get access to everything you need and be able to be more efficient. We've seen numbers where strong intranet can increase efficiency within an organization by, at least 10%. So these are the kinds of things that make a difference when you're thinking about where am I going to be investing my digital dollars. Customer portals, partner portals, employee portals, right? The other thing that's happening a lot is marketing sites. Large organizations shouldn't be building public-facing websites with unsecure, non-enterprise grade technology. So if you're a large, multinational, typically you don't see public-facing websites running technologies that aren't accepted by IT. There's a rift. Marketing and IT can't see eye to eye. One of the things that Liferay solves is we provide the marketing capabilities that marketing teams need while having IT approve this platform and want to support this platform because it's Java-based in the core. It adheres to all the security standards that are out there today for internet development. It's got a legacy of working with government and banking and healthcare and all the companies that have PCI compliance and SEC compliance. So all the different things that are out there, we've solved those use cases. So when you want to bring in a platform as a marketing person, Liferay is a great platform because your IT department's going to be happy to work with it and have no issues on supporting the platform. Whereas other platforms, maybe like a PHP-based platform, like a WordPress or something like that, may not be a good fit for, a organization that's got a large IT team with, $1 billion or more in revenue. That's something that is also something to look at, when building marketing sites. So Liferay also solves that use case for public-facing sites. And then finally, digital commerce. Digital commerce is an area where not only assets, content management, and delivering the things that you need to do business. You actually want to transact business to business on the web. If you're a manufacturer with your, let's say a tractor manufacturer, you want to be able to have commerce with all of your business to business partners, and actually doing ordering online right through the system. So those are the kinds of capabilities that we can also address through Liferay DXP. So those are some of the main use cases that we've seen and we've solved.
So obviously we've had tons of clients and we've worked with a lot of those use cases, but I'm hoping you can tell us a little bit about a recent engagement we had with Spire Energy.
Sure. So, Spire is actually a very interesting use case. So this is a company that originally started as Liferay Gas in St. Louis, Missouri. Liferay Gas is a very well-known and respected gas utility in the U.S. And they basically acquired Alabama Gas Company, which is called, Alagasco, and a couple of other smaller entities. And all together, they sort of merged them all together and created a new entity called Spire, which, was rebranded. All the trucks have been changed to Spire, and it's become a whole new organization. And all together now, they're servicing literally over 1.7 million customers. That's a heck of a lot of gas customers. It's actually I think it's actually the last time we checked the numbers, it was the 5th largest publicly traded gas utility in the country. So a very interesting organization. Now, one of the challenges of acquiring organizations, as many know, is having to bring on their set of books, having to bring on different packages that they handle. One of the ways that happens is all these organizations use ERP systems, SAP, Oracle Business Suite. These are kinds of systems that companies have traditionally used. So in this particular engagement we did, one of the large challenges is that we are working with 2 major ERP systems. One of the companies ran SAP, and the other company, well, I wouldn't say ran. One of the companies runs SAP, and the other company that was merged runs Oracle. So you have business processes, integration that has to happen across multiple systems within multiple organizations. And not to make this overly complicated, but it's a heck of a back-end hodgepodge of systems that they have. And when you're looking at it from a user logging into their site, the whole concept here is that we're creating a unified experience that basically removes all the intricacies in the back end for the user. So for give an example, if myself, Nir, if I happen to live in St. Louis and I also have a second home in Mississippi and another business in Alabama, and maybe have 3 to 4 to 5 locations across multiple organizations that have come together to become Spire, when I log in, I get one login, I get one experience, which shows me all of my accounts. I can pay for all of them. I can stop and start service for all of them. I can do all kinds of self-service capabilities across all those accounts in one place. And that really it's a game changer, because prior to the system, that's not how it was. There were multiple portals with all kinds of, experiences that weren't, first of all, they weren't unified, meaning there was no branding. There was no single flow. Everything now is one flow, one experience, and allows you to basically go in and do everything you need to do across the entire internal ecosystem that is the new Spire. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to play this video really quick to show some of the work we did.
Hi, we're Spire, your energy company. Let's look around your account. You can see your balance, check last month's usage, compare the year at a glance, and see how weather trends factor in. When you're ready, you can pay your bill from pretty much anywhere. Maybe you want to pay automatically, or have your bill sent to your email, or spread your payments out over the year. You can do all that, plus sign up for convenient text alerts. Our goal is to fit seamlessly into your life, wherever you go, whenever you need us. That's why your account information is right here. To get started, all you need is your account number. If it's not handy, let's look it up. And enter the last 4 digits of your social. We're glad you're here. We are Spire.
Yeah, exciting stuff. It's a great video. I will say that the client actually made that video, and that was multiple releases ago. So a lot more has been done on the system since then, and a lot of other there's a lot more backlog that is being worked on, and there's more and more features that they're looking to include into the my account. So really, the whole system is based around the user, the customer logging in and handling his or her entire account. And then additionally, at Spire, because of the success of this project that we did with Liferay, they have expanded Liferay now into other use cases across suppliers and other kinds of things that they're looking to do. So again, a very good, interesting case study on the product, XTIVIA's work with the product, and again, the success is leading to more use cases being solved at this energy company.
Yeah, so definitely check out this case study. It's some really interesting stuff, and all these links will be in the description box below. And with that, that about wraps up our live session today. Thank you all so much for joining us, and please don't hesitate to reach out to Nir if you have any questions about Liferay or anything we discussed today. And as always, this live session will be available on our YouTube channel as soon as we finish here. And please remember, our live sessions are happening every second and fourth Thursday, so don't forget to tune in for our next one. And if you enjoyed this live session, please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're always uploading new stuff. And Nir, thank you so much for joining us this morning and all of that info.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to helping some new individuals out there who are looking to make their initiatives a success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nir. Have a great Thursday, everybody.